Well, it's finally here. I've already made a video all about Minna No Golf Online, but as a refresher, Minna No Golf Online was a Japan-only entry in the Everybody's Golf series that was built around online play. The game was built to take advantage of the PlayStation 2's external network adapter and hard drive. Unfortunately, you had to download the game onto the hard drive, and the only way to do that was to connect to a server that's been down for nearly 20 years at this point. So since November of 2005, the only way to play the game is to have a PlayStation 2 with a hard drive with the game installed. And to amend something from my previous video, you needed the exact PlayStation 2 the game was installed onto. Because of this frankly moronic setup, the game had just never been properly archived. Until now, because I got myself a PS2 with the game pre-installed. I wasn't sure if I was going to get the game, but luckily I did. And now, you can play the game too. I first want to give a massive shout out to the PS2 Scene Discord. While I provided my PS2 hard drive data to them, they were the ones who made this whole thing possible. Doing all the work needed to preserve the game and even making the tools I needed to give them my PS2 hard drive files. If it wasn't for them, this wouldn't have been possible, so massive shout outs to them. So here is how you can play Minna No Golf Online on PCSX2. You first need PCSX2 and a copy of the game. You can either use an actual copy of the game or you can use an ISO. The next step is to download the file I have provided in the description. It is a zip archive, so you will need a way to extract the files. You then need to take the RAW and HDD ID files and put them in a folder together. You then need to tell PCSX2 to use the RAW image as a HDD file. You then need to tell PCSX2 to use the BIOS file in the BIOS folder. You then need to start up the game, and if you did it all correctly, it should work. You can finally play Minna No Golf Online. Now that we have the game, let's talk about where the game is at currently. You may remember from my first video that I had an early patch of the game with nothing unlocked. This was unfortunate, as the only way to get content in this game is to buy it from a shop that is only available in the online mode. And as the online servers are long gone, we can't do that anymore. Luckily, this preserved version is the latest patch of the game. I believe somebody had already preserved a hard drive with this version of the game, but because they didn't have the PS2 it was installed onto, they couldn't archive it properly. But with the files from my PS2, they could archive it properly. So we have the latest patch of the game. Not only that, but we also have all of the characters and all of the courses, including the 2 DLC courses. We are still missing some bits and pieces, however. We don't have all the clubs and balls, we have almost none of the costumes except for this one side costume, and there are a few other missing bits and pieces as well. It should be possible to archive everything since we have the latest patch, although it will take some effort. The game is also offline only for the time being. It might be possible to bring back the online, but that will naturally take a ton of effort. So that is where Minna No Golf Online is at the moment. We don't have everything, but the game is playable for anyone who wants to try it out. I'm really looking forward to playing the game more and seeing others get the chance to play the game as well. And I want to once again give a massive shout out to the PS2 Scene Discord for making this all possible.
Thanks for watching,
guys.